All right, we are sitting here with Caleb, who is playing the role of Joe. How you doing today, Caleb?
Man, I'm all right, hanging in there. Can't complain.
That's good, man.
Yes, sir.
So, the first question that we have for you today is, what inspired you to take on the role of Joe?
Um, to be honest with you, what inspired me was just to get another role under my belt. Did a few productions with Cliff, the director. We had a few things, and I always want to be able to assist and help out where I can. And whenever he needs me, he calls me, I'm there. And that's kind of what inspired me to play the role of Joe, is to one, to get another role under my belt, sharpen my craft, and because acting has always been something I enjoy to do. Not many people know, but this gives me a chance to continue to just showcase my talents in different ways.
All right, second question. How do you and your character relate to each other?
Joe and I just, like, after reading over the role, he's a very business savvy guy. You can tell he likes to get things done. He likes to get them done at a particular time, in a particular manner, in a particular way. So that's one way that me and Joe relates when it comes to the character wise, and also kind of slightly not knowing how to display his affection for the ones that he loves. It can come off in a way where it's very harsh, and it's very, very straightforward, and it's very direct, and it's very blunt, and it's misplaced in a lot of ways. So sometimes that's how another way I kind of relate to my character Joe, and it kind of draws the line there.
All right, number three. What are your thoughts and feelings about domestic violence and true friendships?
Well, I'm gonna start with true friendships. True friendships is lasting. My feelings towards it is something that we need in this lifetime, and we need to be able to sustain us throughout the seasons of our life. Somebody who's going to be there for you when you're up, somebody's going to be there for you when you're down, somebody there to be able to encourage you, somebody that's always there to kind of get you back on track when you fall off. So that's the importance, and that's how I feel about true friendship. It's needed in every single situation. Now, that goes right into a perfect segue into domestic violence. Domestic violence is one of those things that I don't advocate for. And I do believe that sometimes in domestic violence, it's just emotions that's displaced, that was one that happened in their home or happened in different friendships that they felt like they weren't, ace boon in a quote unquote. That the true friendship will be able to talk through things, where when domestic violence rises up, where one person wants to hit or physically, inflict harm on another person, there is no boundary for communication. So that's why I really don't like domestic violence at all, is because it's a lot of healing that needs to happen first in friendship before it becomes into relationship. So I don't like domestic violence at all, and that goes, and it's not gender specific. A lot of times when we do hear about domestic violence, we always think of a man hitting a woman or a man inflicting harm onto a woman, but it's also vice versa. Women also inflict harm onto men, and it just creates a ball of confusion. And I personally, like, when it comes to domestic violence, I feel like it is something that we need to talk to, one, within our communities, one in our Black communities, where we need to be able to form lasting bonds and friendships, and not calling everybody a friend, but understanding how people speak through their love languages through friendships that leads to relationship, of course, between man and woman. Or just in case if it's, family members. Family members is also a part of domestic violence. Mother hitting the kids, or kids fighting their siblings. All of that stuff can be coupled into domestic violence, because it happens where our first intimate relationships are formed, and that's within the home. So domestic violence is something that we definitely, need to speak more about, and not just make it gender specific between one group of people versus another group of people, but the family dynamic itself that helps us, because, without communication, without proper understanding of what we're into, it can create that confusion, which leads to domestic violence in our most intimate relationships. So,
all right, man, appreciate it.
yeah, follow, man. Thank you, guys.